Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Now it's time for step 2 of our course, which is the how to deliver your content. Okay, just like I said before, for delivering content, we try to use the simplest way how we use our available course material and how we turn it into an online classroom. Okay, for that, let me start with what I already did in my class. Okay, so this semester I teach uh, operating systems. Okay, the first step in turning your course material into an online course, first you must make the course available. Okay, don't get confused. And of course, you must share all the relevant information now about that course when you started your online course. For example, I like to share with my students the course outline of this course. It contains the assessment, contains the chapters, right? Maybe you have alternative material where you store your information, your material. And for me, I like to share my course material depending on the week that I'm teaching the week that I'm deliver the material. Okay, so please don't get confused. We have two. The first one is just a material. You give a material for students who like they pre-study or they can read first, right? Before we actually. And number two, that is the first one. Number two is the delivery. Delivery is how you give the lecture, how you deliver the content of the material, right? So this is on the first part here. I just create one topic, course material, and then I give the content of the course material depending on when I going to teach the course. So basically, you can just prepare here. You can save all your material as a draft, and then you can just post or assign or post this information to your student depending on you lah. Alright. So for example, okay, this week I taught this lecture. So student will okay. So this is the course material. This is just the information, the lecture notes. Okay. The second one is the actual full online class. I like to call it as a full online class so my student understands that this part is where I actually teach them. Okay. So in the full online class, so I actually give them a link to a videos. Okay, for this class particularly, I use Edpuzzle. Why I use Edpuzzle? We will unravel that in a moment. Okay. Okay. Before we go any further into how we can deliver our class, I would like to talk about uh, how we pick the best delivery method based on our students' connections. How to pick our delivery method based on our students' internet connections, right? Because it goes both ways. If the students, some of our students have slow internet connection, we cannot use delivery method that requires a lot of bandwidth. For example, we want to use video conferencing. It's not fair to the student who have weaker internet connections. Okay, so basically, before we start our full online classes, I think it's a best practice to actually give to provide to collect information or done a survey, right? Survey on our student connections. You can ask them for like how strong is our internet connection. For example, we have one who have strong internet connection, but some of them have very weak or not available internet connections. Okay, so along this line, I think if you, for example, you notice that your students have most of my students have internet connection, but only a few of them have like they can download, but they cannot use any video conferencing. Maybe you go in the middle here, in the middle. Okay, this should be has one method that you can use. Okay, for example, all of your students have a strong internet connection, so this you can use Google Meet, for example. Okay, so some in the middle here, or even the weaker, you found that, okay, there's a lot of my students cannot have internet access, then you should have a right delivery method. Okay, so in this course, I take the middle between strong and weak. Okay, here I will show you how to delivery method that can cater both, that have a strong internet, and also uh, doesn't leave anybody who have a weaker internet, but make sure that they all at least have internet connection. At least they can WhatsApp or Telegram you, meaning that they can download any files. Only they cannot respond synchronously. So this is the method that we discuss in this course. Okay, right. So in our course, basically, I would like to stress once again, we try to deliver our material that we already have, readily available material. So basically, our material, let's say we have PowerPoint or we have PDF. How we want to leverage these kind of files into our needs. Okay, after this, we're going to turn PowerPoint slides into a lecture. Now, let's say you have PowerPoint slides. Okay, you have PowerPoint slides, and you are wondering, how can I deliver my slides simply, and how I can create the lecture with the minimum size. Because if you are recording into a video, the size is going to be very high. It's going to take a lot of time to upload, and also students going to need a lot of bandwidth to download the videos. Okay, if you use only voice, you can minimize your file size. But PowerPoint has a features that we can actually turn it into a PowerPoint show, and I will show you next. Okay, let's say you have a PowerPoint slides here right now. Okay, this is your course, and then you have PowerPoint slides. Okay, all you have to do is you click on this PowerPoint as usual. Make sure you are using latest Microsoft. So, the same with this one. Okay, next, let's say you have all the slides. Yeah, actually you can minimize your time lecture by minimizing the number of slides. Okay, you can minimize the number of slides. For example, for this example, I would like to minimize it into like just 2 slides. Okay, for the sake of this example. Okay, right. Next, all you have to do is you click on the slideshow on top here. Okay, slideshow, and then you see here is record slideshow. Okay, now all you have to do is you click from the beginning. Okay, it will show interface something like this, right? Okay, this is actually this is the interface that you can use to actually record your voice while drawing on the board. Okay, you can highlight, you can draw. Okay, hi, for example, hi, you can draw on your board. For example, hi, my name is Faiz, for example. Okay. This is how you can annotate. You can explain. Okay, mathematics, for example, x equal to y plus z. Okay, but if you're wondering why I can write this well, I use a drawing tablet. Okay, you can buy one. Actually, it's not too expensive. Okay. Okay, right. So you can record your voice while you're explaining using your mouse or drawing tablet to write equation, whatever explanation in your slides. Since you are recording only voice, you will create a quite small size. Okay, all you have to do, you click record, and then when you're done, you click record, and then you talk, and then you can change your slide. You can click here left and right, change your slide, and then you annotate here while you're talking, right? Right? And then when you're done, you can click exit. Okay, you see, all the annotation is here. Okay, if you're doing it right, your voice is going to be in the slide. Okay, all you have to do is click on file, and then you click save as. After you click save as, on the type of file here, you can either choose MP4 video, this is the video format, or you can use PowerPoint show. Okay, let me show you. Let's click on the PowerPoint show, and then we name it as a show. Okay, and you can click save. Okay, right. Or another choice, you can save as MP4. Let's do that both. Okay, this one show, and then this is MP4. Later we're going to see what is the difference between both of that. Okay, right. This one you can minimize. Okay, now we have saved two type of file. One is show, another one is MP4. Okay, give it a moment. If you can see here, I'm not sure if you can see it. You can see the file size here for show is 89 kilobyte, while MP4 is 983. You see the big difference between two of the same thing, right? So that means if you use PowerPoint show, your file going to be much smaller, and if you click on it, it will automatically play your slides with your voice. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faiz, and this is microcontroller application, introduction and to microcontroller. Let's begin. This is the outline. This is the outline. This is just a demo. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. As you can see in the video example just now, PowerPoint Show will give you a much smaller size, right? But you can choose between using only voice or using both. If you're using voice, your file is going to be smaller, but if you want to have a personal touch with your student, you can always use voice. You can output the PowerPoint into two types. One is PowerPoint Show, and another one is MP4. If you are exporting into MP4, you can upload it on the YouTube or any platform. If you are using PowerPoint Show, you can just like share it directly on the assignment in your Google Classroom as an FOC. Okay, that is one of the simplest way to create a videos for your lectures. Actually, this is for those who are using laptops. If you are using a smartphone or Android devices, we have you can take a look at my video on video recording techniques using Android, using AZ screen recorder. Okay, that's all for now. Assalamualaikum and see you on the next video.